shout out to NFL honors, man. Shout out to all
No
the
shout
award
out.
winners,
No
man.
shout out.
Shout out to Cam
Zero
Heyward.
shout out.
Shout out to Cam Heyward officially winning the NFL Waltz Pit Man of the Year. Okay,
Good for him, but still no shout out to the NFL
and a
honors.
massive.
Good
This
for
is
him.
this
Good
is
for
a
Najee, but no.
massive accomplishment for my brother. This has been 6 years in the making, Deke. He's put a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice. I'm proud of him for finally accomplishing it. And he had to beat out Patrick Mahomes, too. I don't know if you know that. He had to beat out Patrick Mahomes. So if Purdy couldn't do it, at least Cam Heyward could do it. So shout out to Cam Heyward officially winning the NFL Waltz Paid Man of the Year. All around good guy, both on and off the field. Deke, wouldn't you agree, Deke? Didn't you enjoy his speech, Deke? Didn't you enjoy
Didn't even pay attention to it.
But you got a chance to see a Pittsburgh Steeler win an award.
And I know that award's a big deal. It's just
The NFL made it the biggest deal. That was the last deal. That was the last award that they announced, along with, to start the Super Bowl, who was on the field with a microphone talking.
I didn't see that. I was watching the
Yes, dude, it was Cam Heyward, bro. Right before the national anthem, you have Cam Heyward out there, microphone on the field, addressing the millions and millions and millions and millions of people watching. So this is, outside of league MVP, this is the biggest award that they do. What they do. That's what the NFL has shown.
Not in my book.
No. But for the NFL, this is what they have shown. So that's all I'm saying. The NFL.
I get it.
NFL said it,
I
man.
know it is an honor.
NFL said it, bro. It's a
It is a
massive
good
honor.
award.
Shout out to the NFL, man.
But the positivity that comes from that award, in
Shout out
my
to Cam,
opinion,
bro.
does not outweigh
Shout out to
the
Cam, bro.
negativity that comes from the
What?
TJ
That's
Watt
because you're a
stuff.
negative person,
Not
okay?
at all.
A positive person
Not
looks
at
at
all.
Cam winning and say, man, this is beautiful. This is what you want to see. Would you be as outraged if TJ won and Cam lost? No. See?
Not at all.
See? That's what I'm saying. Because you're negative, all right? So you got to
No,
have a positive
that's
mindset,
not-
man. You
that's
have a
not the
positive
truth.
mindset. You have a positive mindset, okay?
No.
You would not be tripping if Cam lost and TJ won, okay? So we're going to talk about the positive, Deke, the positive. What about the angry runs, bro? I know you love angry runs. Who's even up here shopping angry runs t-shirts? Officially, Mr. Angry
When
Run.
they make this an NFL honor,
It
I
doesn't
could give
matter.
two
It
craps
doesn't
about
matter.
this.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Najee doesn't even care about it.
Listen. We got 2 award winners, Deke, at the NFL honors, man. 2, not 1, 2. Okay? Like Ben Super Bowl championships, 2. We got 2 winners at NFL honors. The angry runner, is that how we say angry runner of the year? The angry runner of the year, or Mr. Angry Runner.
don't know.
I don't even know either. That was a new one to me.
Nor do I care.
But shout out to the Angry Run. Shout out to Mr. Angry Run. Wasn't he the first one to get the Angry Run staff, if I remember correctly? I think he was the first one. He kind of was
I
like,
think he has the most.
yeah, and he's always
Out
like
of
weird
the
about
2
receiving
seasons they
it.
started doing it.
Yeah.
I think he's got the most.
But shout out to him, man. Did the check go up? Yesterday's price is not today's price. He's Mr. Angry Running now, bro. That's like a Pro Bowler, man.
I could care less.
Oh, come on, Deke. Don't be such a Debbie Downer, man. We got award winners at NFL honors. They was dressed up like the Grammys, man.
I'm happy they won.
There we go.
Happy the Steelers, a couple Steeler players got
There it is.
recognized.
There it is.
but,
There it is. Did you see the camera? Just before you get negative, did you see the beautiful camera shots in the crowd? You saw Coach Tomlin, his lovely wife Kia. You saw Ken, his lovely wife Allie. We saw the players. We saw the guys. We saw all the band members.
TJ wasn't there. I didn't see him. there.
TJ wasn't there. TJ, he might have just the wrong location. He could have been wrong location. You know, he's wants a piece.
And rightfully so, he wasn't there. I don't blame him at all.
To stop. We ain't there. Just positive. Think it was positive, man. Everybody's suits look nice. The shoes look good. It was a good day. It's positive, bro. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Dodge. No.
No, I'm sorry. Wait, like, if you actually feel that way, the NFL got you. The NFL got you. They duped you.
You put the wool over
They
us?
duped you.
Oh, man.
Because that's what they try to do.
It's-
TJ gets snubbed. All of a sudden, here's a couple
Cam.
Steeler awards.
Here
though.
you go, Cam. Here you go. Angry runs. Take those. All right.
I
Fair
know
trade
TJ
off.
didn't win the DPOY. Let me give you a Cam Heyward Walk Player of the Year. How about this angry run? Maybe we'll make a shirt with Najee being the angry run king. No, I want TJ Watt winning the DPOY.
Oh, man.
And it's not a big ask because
yeah.
he was the real DPOY.
This
Like,
is-
it's not even a big ask. It's like just
Hey,
give the man his
look.
rightful award.
Hey, look,
That's all.
Look.
It's not a stretch.
Listen, everybody thought it was funny when Pusha T said Grammy night, award show is the only place you can get robbed, all right? This is the truth. I witnessed 2 robberies. I'm just throwing it out there. You ain't want to agree. Y'all ain't want to agree with me. And then you seen Myles Garrett when everybody's looking all crazy. How Myles win? Look at these numbers. How Myles win? They gave it to the best defender on the best defense in the NFL. The same way for MVP.
Browns weren't the best defense.
The same for
Browns were
MVP.
not the best
They gave it to the best quarterback on the best team. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I love the mindset of these awards.
Different
Give
awards.
it to the best
Different
player
awards.
on the
Nope.
best
Nope.
defense,
Nope.
best quarterback
Nope.
on the best offense. That's what they did.
Nope.
Y'all ain't tripping on Lamar Jackson winning MVP. Don't trip on Myles Garrett winning Depot. That's the
Different.
exact
Completely
same
different.
scenario.
Completely different.
Exact same. TJ's numbers way better than Myles Garrett's numbers. Josh Allen's numbers way better than Myles Garrett's numbers. TJ Watt, only negative, he played versus right tackles. Oh, Josh Allen, only negative, he had single digit more turnovers, total turnovers than Lamar Jackson. Those are the two knocks. Other than that, everything is the same. Except Myles Garrett played for the Cleveland Browns, and they had a elite defense, top rated defense. He was their best player. Lamar Jackson, elite offense. He was their best player. But neither one of them statistically were the best player. Neither one of them. Neither one of them. But this is what we do, man. So I like it, man. I like it.
Completely different.
Apples to apples, man. It looks
Completely
perfect.
Because it's
perfect.
the MVP award. It's most valuable. It's
Defensive player of the year. It's the
it's
best
a gray
defender.
area type of award where it not always has to do with the stats.
Well, defensive player of the year doesn't always have to do with the stats. If you're the best player on the best
It's
defense,
more about the stat. It's more about
Yeah.
just who was the best defensive player out there. That's what it's more about. Yeah, I
On
mean,
the best defense.
you're
They
obviously going to
put him on
talk
the
about
best
some of the
defense.
impact stuff,
Yeah.
but that's why McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year, not necessarily MVP.
Yeah.
Now, he had his own case for MVP,
He
but
did.
I think the Niners are still a damn good team without Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
whereas you take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens. Or,
They're
to your
still
point,
a good team,
I'll-
man. The
I'll-
Ravens are still a good team.
I'll give you the Josh Allen. Like you get rid of Josh Allen. Yeah, Bills are different, but no, I think the Ravens are different.
Their backup quarterback is a
They're-
Pro Bowler.
No, come on.
Did he get his
Come
Pro Bowl anywhere outside of Baltimore? Deke, if he got
Come
his
on.
Pro Bowl playing quarterback for another team, then sure, but he got to play for Baltimore. If they did not lose games when he was playing, we said it, they almost beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the postseason with Tyler Huntley.
So I have just a problem with the MVP award
Yeah.
in general because I'm not going to argue with you right now that Josh Allen
we're on the
isn't
same
more
page,
valuable
though.
than
We're on the same page.
Lamar Jackson, because I'm taking Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson right now. I agree with you that.
Where you going? I'm with
Because I think you got to see what happens in the playoffs to determine value.
I'm with you.
Obviously,
Trust me,
Patrick
I'm with
Mahomes is the most valuable player in the
every
league.
year.
He's
He's
the most
proven
valuable
that.
player.
Yes.
Like, no doubt. But the problem is you're doing this most valuable player thing within the confines of a regular season.
Yep. We're
But
on the same page with that, man.
I don't find my value in my quarterback or players just based off regular season.
I would also agree.
So it's like a flawed award in general.
But that's why you got the Super Bowl MVP. Because you're saying if you can make it to the Super Bowl, then clearly y'all are the best players out here. So whichever player plays the best in this game, we deem you MVP and we say you the man. And we say
I think-
MVPs in the Super Bowl
doesn't
matter just as
NHL
much as
have a
They do.
playoff MVP.
They
They
do.
should do something like that too
That's-
with the NFL. That would be cool.
NBA. They do Western Conference and Eastern Conference Player of the Year or postseason, like that Player of the Year for the.
Do that?
Yeah, they just started. It's like the Bill Russell and I forgot the other.
Yeah, they should do something like that.
Yeah,
now,
they got, like, two
Mahomes
little
would have
awards
won
off of
that
it.
too, but
Yeah.
still, it could award someone that goes on a crazy hot run, but
Yeah.
maybe falls short in the Super Bowl or falls short in an AFC Championship game or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I think the MVP, it's
I
just
get
a
what you're
flawed
saying, yeah.
award because I don't
Yeah.
think Lamar Jackson is as valuable as Josh Allen right now. He's
Right.
not.
But
if
this
you're
season,
just going
regular
off of
season,
the
yeah.
straight up regular season games, those 17, 18
Mm-hmm.
weeks, I see why Lamar Jackson got the award. But then
Oh,
I
yeah.
got to see more play out in the playoffs. I'm like, no, I'm taking Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson.
and honestly, the same way you said you see how Lamar won, and I agree. I can also make a case for why Lamar won. I look at the Myles Garrett scenario, and I'm like, okay, if this is the mindset that I have to take for why it makes sense that Lamar won, I'm just using that exact same mindset to make it make sense for why Myles Garrett won. And that is, to me, the only thing that makes sense for either one. Because outside of us saying that they were the best players on their best teams or the best defense and this is the best team in the NFL right now, we can point to players and say, yo, that player was better than this guy. Statistically, eyeball test, feel for it, what you're asking them to do. Where do I stop? We both just talked through it. You take Lamar Jackson off the Ravens are still winning games. They've already proven that with Tyler Huntley being a Pro Bowler because of him coming in when Lamar was out. You take Josh Allen off that field, this team is not even close to in this conversation. So it's like, what criteria are we going to use outside of you were the best player or you were, the quarterback on the best team. Y'all won the most games. And that was when I went back to the argument of 1 seed versus 2 seed. Same with TJ versus Myles Garrett. It's like, what are we looking at? There aren't any stats. Okay, pass rush win rate. Okay, cool. Pass rush win rate. When I hear that is kind of how I feel when people talk about total turnovers. And I'm like, okay, you're telling me that this is that big of a gap that matters more than all this other stuff. And that's when I would say you mean to tell me 5 more of this is more important than all of this? And y'all be like, yeah. So that's why for me, I'm looking at the pass rush win rate. I'm looking at him being the best defender on the best defense that they, deem regular season wise. And saying, okay, defense. It makes sense. I get it. Check.
I view the awards different.
Fair enough.
I just straight up view the awards different. Like, I think that there's more gray area in the MVP and being less reliant on stats versus offensive player of the year and defensive player of the year. Offensive player of the year, like Justin Jefferson's winning that just straight raw stats, right? Mm-hmm. But is he more valuable to the Vikings than Kirk Cousins? Like,
I got what you're saying on that.
Can the Vikings stay more afloat if Justin Jefferson's out versus a Kirk Cousins?
And I'm saying, even with that criteria, that's why I kept saying, even with quarterback, if I'm taking all these criteria and I'm saying all of this other stuff, right? Stats, non-stats, and everything in between, outside of me simply saying that you were the quarterback for the team that won the most in the regular season, where am I laying that this was better than this? And that's literally how I feel with the Defensive Player of the Year award.
I think he was a more steady quarterback, though, throughout the course of the regular season.
Fine. Steady on a team that has a great defense, a healthy offense, and you're winning. Steady is fine. Don't crash the car. Cool. We talked about what Josh was having to do. It wasn't stay steady, don't crash the car. It was, bro, you better go out here and take this hoopty and drive it 1,000 miles an hour and get busy. We talked about some of them linebackers that was going out there. We talked,
Listen, I do think Josh Allen's more valuable than Lamar Jackson as we sit here today. I don't think I know you're saying it's a snub. I don't feel like it's as bad of a snub, or even, like, I get why Lamar Jackson got it. I just view the snubbing, the degrees of the snubbing are different, in my opinion.
Fair enough. All four of them played great.
If anything, I'll still probably lean Lamar Jackson, again, just within the confines of regular season and what they're looking for. Like, I get it. But if you want to say, or you're asking me, who are you taking as your quarterback for tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm taking Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson.
Like I said, man, it
could be based off the regular season, it's based off the play, everything I've got to witness for this season.
Yeah. At the end of the day, all 4 of these players had exceptional seasons. That's the other part. It's not like we saying that Myles Garrett was trash this year. Myles Garrett still had a heck of a season. Lamar Jackson, heck of a season. Josh Allen, heck of a season. TJ Watt, heck of a season. It's just when we talk awards, this is kind of like the convo we had with the Grammys, where it's like, these are all great pieces of work, great bodies of work. But when we're talking about this award and why it's significant and what it does, TJ being a 2-time DPOY today feels a lot different than us saying he won one and now we're over here hollering about him being snubbed. It's like, it doesn't matter, but it does matter, man.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, man.
It's these people that voted for
it's frustrating.
They're deranged.
It's frustrating, man.
They need some mental checks on them, because I literally there's not a case for Myles Garrett over TJ Watt.
Bro, it's frustrating as heck, man.
I can't find a case for him over TJ Watt. I can't. They're deranged. Whereas I'll just say again, I see the case for Lamar over Josh Allen.
Like I said, man, we can agree to disagree with that.
But if you're asking me,
I see both of them the same, man.
If you're asking me in my personal record book for this year who I would take as MVP, again, it'd be Patrick Mahomes. But if we're just talking between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, I got Allen over Lamar.
Yeah.
TJ Watt, DPOY, not even a question. McCaffrey can keep the offensive player of the year.
Would it have changed for Lamar Jackson if they were the 3 seed? Because in terms of the wins, right, we said it was they won 13, Bills won 11 games, right? But the difference between the 1 seed and 3 seed was literally 2 games. So if they don't have 13 wins, they're sitting at 10 wins. What's the difference?
Absolutely.
Because that's my whole thing. It was like, what was the difference? Because statistically, nothing would change. It's literally we talking the difference of 2 wins, though. That's them being the 1 seed because the Bills are the 2 seed.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I do think it would be a difference. Because it's not like his stats were anything crazy, but he was the leader of the ship.
I get it, bro.
I brought up the point how many times before, and people will bring it up all the time in the chat.
Works. Yeah.
Well, people will bring it up all the time in the chat, like, winning's not a quarterback stat. It still is the most important thing for a quarterback to do.
It matters the most to them.
It's not. It's not about the stats all the time.
And they have the most control in that also, in terms of, or typically they have the most control in directing wins versus losses, because they touch the football literally every play you're out there on offense. So yeah, we on the same page with that. We ain't about to minimize they impact, but when we talking about awards like this, we got to split hairs, and that's what we're doing. We splitting hairs.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that's my difference here. I don't think there's a splitting hairs for the TJ and Myles Garrett. I think it's TJ like going away. Like again, it's insane to me that he didn't win. Like it's mind-boggling. It's crazy.
You know what else was mind-boggling?
Whereas the Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, I think that could be splitting hairs.
Okay. So you want to go mind-boggling? Well, tell me, how the heck did Joe Flacco win comeback player of the year? If we're gonna go there,
that one is mind-boggling.
So I want to say, I told you, I thought on multiple occasions there was some robberies going on. I'm like, you could at least put the mask on. I said with Josh, it was the mask on. With Dagon Flacco, it was no mask. It was just like, yo, DeMar, you gonna get down and lay down. I was like, yo, what we doing here? What is this? What is this? And it was so janky, Deke. They said DeMar had the majority of the first place votes. They said Flacco washed them on all the second place votes. I said, yo.
So it was either you voted for Lamar or DeMar, or you didn't.
Yeah, yeah. So he got washed on all the backdoor votes. I said, y'all some janky, just no good, just, I can't believe this, bro. So yeah, if we're going to get there, we're going to keep talking outrage, if we're going to talk about some outlandishness, how does Myles Garrett win over TJ Watt? Okay, we still haven't really agreed upon that. How does Josh Allen lose to Lamar? We still ain't really agreed upon that. How does Joe Flacco, Deke? How does Joe Flacco get comeback player of the year over the guy who died on the field and came back?
Well, especially because Alex Smith won the award for similar type of stuff, but DeMar Hamlin's
he died.
A little bit more extreme than
he died
Alex
and he came
Smith.
back.
Yeah.
He died and came back.
Alex Smith, he almost died, right?
That was in his recovery.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. It wasn't on the field.
It wasn't on the field.
He was
and
months
we
into the recovery,
for
man.
Weeks.
Yeah, we seen a picture. But we was like, all right, his leg is crazy. Yeah.
Like we heard about that after the fact.
Yeah,
like he almost died.
We saw.
And they gave him the award though.
Come on, bro.
They gave him the award.
We said your boy Seven should have won it if that was the case.
Right. And when Alex Smith came back, it's not like he was out there doing gangbusters or anything.
Bro, for all that
he was all right. I think he started like 4 or 5 games late in the season.
Seven should have won. If they was gonna do the award like this, Seven should have won, bro. I take what I said back about Alex Smith. Just because he almost died and his leg got mauled up, that does not matter. If Ben played better in his comeback, that's all that matters. Okay, so bump this award. I don't even like this award, bro.
I didn't even want the comeback.
I didn't even like this
award,
bro.
Ben. I didn't want it, but since he was on,
this is crazy, bro.
The sheet,
this is crazy.
I would have voted for him, absolutely. Someone did vote for him. Shout out to that person. Because we were seeking out at least the MVP or offensive player of the year for 7 that year.
I'm just confused, bro. I'm just confused. My man died and came back. Like resuscitation, life-saving man. We saw grown men falling out and crying on the field. We saw them for the first time in NFL history stop a game. Say, yo, we're not even going to play this no more. Just cancel the game. Just go home. Primetime game, might add. It wasn't a Sunday 1 o'clock. It was a primetime game. Big time game. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Shout out to you.
I'll agree with you on that too. I was shocked.
Shout out to John Easton because he did bring it up, but Flacco did at least say that Hamlin should have won. Myles Garrett did not say that. I'm like, at least have some dignity, okay?
You could see his face up there. He knew he got away with robbery.
He knew.
It's like, you didn't deserve this.
He knew. This was for you, Cleveland. Oh, you sucker! Oh, he knew it. You knew he knew it.
Dude, everyone knows.
He knew it.
It's a thing, too, where it's not just, like, Steeler fans. It's literally
everybody knew it,
around
bro.
the league. You're seeing people on Twitter just like, this is absurd that TJ didn't win.
Everybody knew it. That was the craziest thing. And Myles Garrett just got up there just like, yep, we did it. I'm like, yo, this is nuts.
How about right after that, too? They're like, hey, TJ, you won the Deke Jones Award for the most sacks.
Yeah. You called it, bro.
All right, I'm like thinking, okay, the guy that won the DPOY, though, he plays the same position as TJ.
Yeah.
But TJ had more sacks.
That is like the prerequisite for the that's like.
Shouldn't that guy you said won the DPOY at least maybe be in the vicinity of the sacks then, and made up for it in the other defensive categories
it would
at
make
least?
sense,
It's
right?
like no,
he
has 5 less sacks and TJ washes him in every other defensive category. So it doesn't make sense.
Except pass, rush, win.
I think they're tied on forced fumbles.
Yeah,
4.
Yeah, but pass, rush, win rate. That is the difference. We cannot overlook that specific metric.
I think they just started using that like a year and a half ago.
Hey, shout out to you, know
it's a
you.
made up metric.
I would agree, but I still got to go back to my grieves with the Flacco situation. Shout out to Know Your Boy because he got my back on this. He says, for the people hollering about DeMar didn't do anything. Bruh, the man died and came back. That's what Know Your Boy said. Direct quote. What more do you have to do? We talking about outside of Jesus, who else is dying and coming back? Okay? Outside of Jesus, who's dying and coming back? Just let me know. Okay? DeMar did that. So, he don't have to do anything else. He could have played one snap. One snap.
He just needed to play.
He just needed to play. One snap means you have officially risen from dead to back alive, and you played in the National Football League. One snap is more than a lot of people can say they have ever played. I didn't play one snap in 2023. I can tell you that. So he done one with me this year, man. He came back from the dead to do that, baby. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's all I'm saying.
You got anything more on the awards? Because I got some breaking news.
We're going to get to that breaking news. I do see the breaking news. Pull it up, though. I do see it. But I don't... I'm trying to think. The last one, Coach of the Year, Stefanski.
Who else was in the running? D'Amico and Campbell.
Yeah. I was surprised a little bit. But at the same time, we did kind of talk about everything that has, that he had to endure with you losing Nick Chubb, you going through multiple quarterbacks, and taking Joe Flacco being the guy.
Out of the Browns that won it, he was the most deserving for that award, I would say. Yeah, because they were on the fourth-string quarterback Flacco off the couch and, made the playoffs. And it's the Browns, too. Like, just being able to coach the Browns and get them into winning records somewhat consistently now at this point. This is, 2 out of 3 years?
And
2 out of 4 years,
double-digit wins again,
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's a good coach. But I think there could have been a case for D'Amico or Campbell as well.
Yeah.
D'Amico, they were the number 2 overall pick. Man.
Yeah.
And they got Texans in the playoffs, winning the division.
Yeah.
And then Dan Campbell, it's almost the same case for Stefanski with the Browns. But I think Campbell did it better with the Lions for this year in particular.
I'd agree.
Winning the division over there, getting to the NFC Championship.
I would agree. Now, hold on. This isn't Stefanski. No, Stefanski lost it the 1 year. I thought that he won Coach of the Year when they had beat us. They were with Baker. Did he get it that year?
I think he did.
That's what I'm saying. This might be his second one, bro. Yeah.
I think he won it that
year. Yeah. I was like, yo, is this his second one? Because it reminded me of how that year felt when, it kind of shocked us. That'd be kind of crazy. I low-key think he got 2 of them things, though, bro.
I do, too.
Yeah.
I do, too. I could double check as the show goes on.
For sure.
You really want to
or somebody going to drop it in the chat anyways, man. Okay. But because I think he won it. That was the first year that he won it, and we was all like, it makes sense because of how surprised we were that Cleveland did what they did, man.